Show. And this is how we do it. They just talking. And this is how we do it in the Donna Smith Show. We already coming on here late, y'all, but we here live in the midst of this 49er game. How's everybody? Welcome to the show. We want to apologize. I'm sorry I went live. They didn't even know I was going live, y'all. They was just talking. You know, they would have stood up here and talked for a long time. I have to cut it. Ain't that right, Garrett? Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Hi. I saw her waving in the background, but I had like 10 things going on. But tell her hi, okay? Okay, we want to welcome everybody to the Donna Smith Show tonight at 7:31. Before we get started in inventing, we want to make sure you guys buckle up because we are going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're going to really try to have some fun tonight, you guys. And I want to welcome you. I want to say that anything we talk about, any topic, any discussion, any feedback, any debate, any getting mad at each other, whatever it is not meant to offend anyone. And please tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We do this every Sunday, Grown Folk Talk. I call it Grown Folk Table Talk with Donna Smith now. And we are here to lay some things on the table, talk about them, spin them around, shake them, do whatever we got to do to bring some sense to this stuff, because these are things that some people think about but are too afraid to talk about. Ain't that right? Yes. So right now we're going to do our toast to the hostess with the mostest to get this started. If everyone will please raise their glass or their bottles or what have you. Okay. Stella Rose. What's that? Stella who? Oh, Steel.
I heard.
Yeah. About Steel.
Oh, he messing with that 211.
Yeah, 211.
No, hold it. Keep it right there for a minute, real quick.
Oh, man, I heard some stuff about that 211.
Steel Reserve years ago. We get to Steel Reserve, and it was usually considered a lot of Caucasian people or young guys drunk it, and then the 211 when it started hitting
first, and then you could take us to history. Come on, click, clack, clack. Thank you.
We ain't messing with it no more.
Carry on about 211. I know somebody that's a.
I say now they pushed the 211 when it came into the neighborhoods.
It's in the hoods now.
It wasn't referred to as reserve steel reserve.
It was called 211, right?
In the hood.
Yeah.
It's amazing how they do that.
So JJ, did you get yours from the hood or just from?
Oh, I'm in the hood. I'm in the hood right now. Yeah, I got it from the hood.
And it's called Steel Reserve in the hood, 211.
I'm in the hood.
Have you had it, Garrett? No. Me either, but I heard that it's a nice, strong beer that'll take you there. It'll make you feel nice,
Hey, come on, what? Come on.
Oh, John said it'll make you go.
I see the couple of them cats up on 3rd Street. They had it. They'll sit their can down and be like, "What you say to me?"
They may be. I don't even want to go. I don't want to talk about that one, but 211 was, but on 3rd Street it was just called 211, right? Wasn't no Steel Reserve.
No, it's still Reserve. The 211 just sticks out more than Steel Reserve sticks out. Steel Reserve, that whole emblem and everything used to sit down towards the middle of the can. Now it's at the top of the can, and they shoot that big old 211 down in there. They know what they're doing. It's marketing.
Okay.
Marketing.
Well, DJ, tell us by the end of the show, how is that making you feel?
Okay, I sure will.
We want to know.
I'll be right back. I'm about to go make these plates, and I'll be right back. It'll be like
okay, do your thing, my brother. I'm just glad to have you. Thank you very much and everything. So, you guys, welcome. How was your week? How was everything? It seemed like this week went by kind of slow to me, but did it go by fast? Did you guys get a lot of things accomplished? Did you have a good time? No feedback. No.
I had an interview.
You had an interview.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had an interview, but you
Oh.
didn't have nothing. You didn't have nothing to do. Everything was cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Mellow.
yeah.
You know, we had some warm days. We had some, some windy days here and there. Whatever. What about you, John? Anything?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, my day week is good. Well, we talked about who we talk about, Woman King.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I heard that that's a movie.
What else we did? Just did the normal, enjoy the weather. Did the I can't recall right now. That's crazy. Yeah.
But Women King, I'm gonna make sure I get and see that. I heard that it's a good one. It's entertaining. That is a worth see. Some people are talking about seeing it more than once. So whenever I go and see a movie more than one time, it's either I fell asleep or it's real good. And I remember my first time going, because some of these cinemas, some of these theaters now have the reclining heated seats and they have a bar. So you can go to the bar and get you a cocktail, a beer, or whatever it is you like to drink.
You have to deliver it to your seat.
Oh, I ain't had mine delivered yet, but
They deliver everything to you. You can go, do your order, deliver it to your seat.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I'm gonna try
I mean, even Cinemark. That's why I was, that thing. I go online, order my ticket, order my popcorn, and they deliver it. Go sit down, and when I get in there, it's a thing. When you get there, and they hit the QR code. Once they hit, so I get that D box seat that move. Once they hit that, your food order go in, and they turn on that seat. It turns on that seat, so the seat operates.
I have to try that.
And you just go sit down.
I haven't did the delivery thing. I usually go stand in line and get mine, and then go on to my seat. But I know it's a good thing to be able to recline, relax, and have your sippy sip. And I know one time I did it after work, trying to go on a Friday night after work, and I ended up going to sleep. When the person sitting next to me, a couple of seats over me, we both fell asleep. When the credits was going up after the fact, we looked at each other like, "Did you see the movie? No, did you see the movie?" So I had to go back and see it again because that drink put me out, right? So I said, I'm not going to do that no more. I'm not going to go right after a long day of work and then have the drink, recline the seat, get comfy, and then fall asleep during the movie. But they do make it really, really comfortable for you now. I do appreciate that because I remember back in the day, we didn't have that comfortability in the theater. You just set your butt down and your feet was dragging all on the sticky stuff on the floor. Your tennis shoes got messed up.
All that extra butter
got messed up. You know what I'm saying? You had ants crawling on your socks. You had a situation back in the day in the real theater.
At the Sir Francis Drake on Market Street.
Yes, hello.
At the St. Francis, brother.
You were smelling pee-pee in the back. I mean, it was just crazy. But we was there for a little or
good
nothing
time and
could watch 5 movies if we wanted to.
No, they used to have double features. Remember that? Double features.
Yeah. You see this movie, see that one. Now you don't get you get some previews and you get the movie.
You know how much Wakanda's tickets are? Woman King tickets were at the Century?
How much?
$20-some. I forgot what it was, but I got that Cinemark. I got that, no, $20-some. But like I told you, I use that Cinemark app. I pay $9 or $10 a month. I get a free ticket credit. It don't have a value. It just counts as a credit. So when I went to go get my ticket, that little $20, it shows zero. It was 20-something. It shows zero. And I tell people that app pays for itself if you're gonna go to the movies. you know, and once a month. And if you don't make it,
Fandango
if
is
you don't
good
make,
too. They give you credits, Fandango.
yeah,
And
but
you could get a senior citizen ticket too.
you got one of them? You got one of them?
If you
Donna,
I'm
you gonna make me
asking.
suck on my food.
I want to know if she got
if
one.
you 50 and
How much
up,
did you? How
if
much
you
did you
50 and
save?
up, you could get a
How much
senior.
did you save? How much did you save?
If you 50 and up, you can get a senior ticket.
JJ, she don't want to.
Quit playing.
She don't want to share her discount. I'm asking how much did she save?
I just was saying, I was sharing with you guys that you can do this.
Oh! I
I
thought
didn't
you.
take it personal. I
I
said
thought.
you can get a senior citizen ticket too.
I thought you were sharing
And I
experience. I'm
think the
sorry.
senior citizen ticket is like $12. No, $9 or something like that. It's very, very reasonable. But I think you have to be like age, I don't
63
know,
probably. Like
62. I think it's
at
62 and up or
oh
something.
yeah, 62. Like
Yeah, they're
at
trying to
Denny's.
change the senior
Well,
age
it
Denny's.
ain't
now.
like
I
they
have.
really check. You get you go on Fandango, you get a senior citizen ticket, and you
No,
walk in and they scan you and they tell you to go on in. They don't check.
now I'm only 20 years from 55. Like, why they changed the senior year up? Like, I thought 55 and up was supposed
It's
to be senior.
55. It's 55 at Denny's.
No. Okay.
But
They
but see, Fandango, do they give you a free ticket a month or something?
Yeah, you get like a discounted free ticket or something
No,
like that.
not a discounted. I'm talking about a whole free, nothing discount.
You do.
Well, you said discounted. Is
You
it a
get
discount?
discounts and you can get a free one too.
Oh, okay.
You haven't
Mm,
joined. You joined the VIP. You
no.
join Fandango, but you want to be a VIP, so you get those props.
Oh no. See, with Cinemark, you just join Cinemark and you get the props. So
But
my movie, large popcorn, large
but you
Fanta
gotta pay a
Zero.
monthly. You gotta pay monthly for that, don't you? Yes.
Yeah, but I get a lot more better
They
perks.
just giving you
They
back your money that you done paid every month for 12 months.
no. So if I pay $10 a month and the ticket is $20, who winning?
It just depends on how many times you go to the movie.
No, it don't. The tickets are $20. I pay $10 a
Not
month.
they just raising the ticket. It does
Okay,
not cost
but the tickets,
$20 to go to no
but
movie.
they mostly average around $12 for adults. They're
Yeah.
13. Yeah, but if I'm getting it for $10, who's winning? And I'm getting my popcorn and my drink at a discount.
You
So
only
$8.
went $3, but you end up paying $50 when you get some popcorn, a drink, a hot dog, and some
No,
candy.
no, I didn't. The
When you
popcorn
get
is
all that, you paying $50 when
no,
you
you're
get it.
not. No, you're not. Not with
Add it up.
Cinemark.
Add it up, John.
Oh no, I didn't. I tell you what I paid. The
Did you
popcorn was
get a drink?
the popcorn was $8.75. I got that for it came out to $6.25, and
Okay.
the drink is $5 something, and that was like $4 and something.
Okay.
I paid it wasn't even that. I paid $9, eight nine I paid yeah, so $10 for a large tub of popcorn and the big old they call it the big jumbo drink. $10. And that included my ticket too.
And how much to
ten
get in?
dollars, ten
So
zero.
okay, so $6.
So no, out of pocket for a big old tub of popcorn and a big old jumbo drink. Out of pocket was $10.
Okay. And you paid how much to get in?
I'm telling you to get in large popcorn because I used the ticket credit that they give me. It's a movie
Okay,
credit.
so if you get a senior citizen, you pay $6 to get in. You don't buy all that bull crap because you don't need it.
Oh,
You buy a very small thing of popcorn and you put your water in your purse.
and how much that costs?
You get the small one.
And I still would be winning. Because I got
Cinemark?
I'm telling you, for me to walk in the theater, get a big old popcorn and a big old drink delivered to my seat out my pocket
What
was
theater you go to
$10.
where they deliver to your seat? Because they don't do that in the hood.
A lot of Cinemark, shoot, Richmond Hilltop do. So
Richmond
Richmond,
Hilltop
That's good
don't
to
have
know
nothing there
when
no
I
more,
come
do
out
they?
there. That's
yes,
good to know.
yes
They
they
have
do.
a movie still there.
Yeah,
They don't
they
have
got.
nothing. They don't have
Shoot,
nothing else but a movie floating in the
They even not at the mall, it's up at the strip mall
down the
where
street.
yeah, where IHOP and all that is. They got girl, they got them D boxes and everything, 3D screens. They all shoot. Can't beat that. Telling you,
Mm-mm.
Cinemark, $10.
You go there,
Okay.
Gareth?
And
You go
even
there?
if you
I know
don't
I
go
don't
to
go there,
the
Gareth. I'm
go
sorry, no
where? You don't
disrespect.
go where?
I don't go to the Hilltop movie.
No, you can go anywhere.
Hmm.
You
Oh,
ain't got. I go San Jose. I go Oakland. Come out to where you
I
at.
know
It go
this
anywhere.
Manhattan.
Yeah, go anywhere. I went to the one in Walnut Creek and still use my Cinemark thing. Went to the one in Walnut Creek and shoot, you can't beat it. And
Hmm.
if I
but
don't use it,
I really
and if
think
I
they
don't use
raised the
them,
ticket
they
price.
roll over. They roll over. Exactly. They raise the ticket prices. That's why if I'm gonna go to the movies once a month, I'm winning $10 and I get discount on my stuff and my ticket is paid for. Please.
Yeah, you're also winning,
And then when I
especially.
go to other movies, my tickets are discounted. There's no online fees. There's no fees or nothing.
Fandango don't give you online fees. Fandango, I'm giving you a shout out now. Y'all remember this. They
Mm,
don't give you online fees.
Look at this way. When Van Dango give me a ticket, I don't want to have to buy 100 tickets to get one ticket.
No, you don't have to do that. But welcome everybody. Sorry we had to have this mishap here at the beginning of the show. JJ, you know you need to time out when we doing too much. Just go like this.
No, I was interested. I got my food, so it's like I'm in the theater
What is
already.
that? What you got?
I got fries. I got me a burrito.
She say that's a young
Burritos.
man's
I'm
meal
eating
for
good
real.
today.
You gonna eat all that?
That's a
I
young
mean,
man's meal. He's a
I
young
didn't.
man, remember?
Wow.
I didn't become 250 pounds for nothing now.
Are you 250?
I'm 250. Yep, 250 easily.
Wow. But you got the height too.
It's distributed evenly. I love it.
Oh, that's good. You got some, some what they call sweet meat. You got sweet meat on you now, huh?
Yeah, I used to be real skinny, so I'm not going back to that no more.
Right. You got some.
I like this weight. Plus, I
That's what I'm
intimidate
talking
people.
about. 250,
Mm-hmm.
250 is nice and juicy. That's good. Good for you. Good for you. Now, what I wanted to do, moving right along, you guys. You know, I had heard that the California employees will soon be banned from screening workers for marijuana use
Yep, heard about that.
in most circumstances. Okay,
Yep,
under
I
a
heard
new
about
law signed by Governor Newsom, it specifically bars employers from testing hair, blood, urine, or other bodily fluids.
Mm-hmm.
Though exceptions are made for employees in the building, in the buildings, I think I said, and construction trades, the building and construction trades,
Yeah, that makes
or
sense.
positions requiring a federal background investigation or clearance. So those particular type of positions, they still have to do what they have to do. But just regular California employees, yeah, they're putting this new law in place where they can't just come out and test you for marijuana anymore.
Yeah,
So what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a good thing?
I think it's a step in the right direction, because it's a part of decriminalizing marijuana. Because in a lot of ways, if you use responsibly and you go to work and everything, it's still as if you're being treated like a criminal if you get tested randomly, and you know, it just it's a lot to debunk as well, because there are people who are out there using it irresponsibly. And I think that's when you should get tested, when there's like a major accident or something. Of course, that's going to be part of your claim and all of that. But as far as just using it, and you know, it's for your pain or something like that, or it's for your, you know, whatever ailments you have going on. Yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction.
I mean, I still don't think I don't feel as though people should be just coming to work loaded,
Yeah,
going on
exactly.
a
No,
lunch
don't
break,
do
getting
that.
fried, and coming back trying to, hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it should be boundaries, but some do need to smoke a little bit for you know, municipal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel though as though it's the right time to do so. You know, I don't see why it should be okay for you to be on the job and go to lunch and come back smelling the weed all through the office. And it's obvious that you didn't went on your lunch break and smoked some marijuana. I mean, you know, I think that's kind of crossing the line.
I mean, it's just like alcohol. You can't be drinking on a job, so don't smoke on a job.
You
Like,
can't.
Some
you can't
companies,
have
I mean,
some
some people do
companies,
go to lunch and
some
come back. You
companies
know.
now, some companies now, in a lot of these, especially these millennial offices and stuff, they're drinking while they're working.
Yes.
A lot of my customers, I mean, I don't want to say some of the names because they're really,
Of
you know,
course not.
but they order, I'm telling you, there's orders for the office that are like $3,000, $4,000 that they put through Safeway, one order, and it's snacks and stuff, but they will order the liquors, the wine, the beers, and everything. You walk through these places.
oh,
When I like, if I would walk through, you know, walk through and go to talk or whatever, and you'd be talking with them, and right on their desk, people got, you know, they got they McLaren, they got they Jack, they got whatever it is, they
At
got
work.
the
At
wine
work.
on their desk,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they drink because a lot of the companies, so what they're believing is, you know, they supply everything, where do you need to go? So that's in a way, we keep you in the work, in the work environment. You might naturally continue to start working. You might chit chat, and they do chit chat and everything. They got pool tables, they got foosballs, they got tables, they got all kind of stuff in these places. And these are a bunch of different places, and some big and some small tech places. And I'm telling you, these millennial places, it's off the chain. I asked one guy, I
you
kid not,
almost made me want to move out there. I ain't
I
gonna
was
lie.
like, who do, when I seen that pool table, I was like, who I have to play, who I have to beat in a game of pool to give me a job? 'Cause, and they got, hey, and you know, it's not some of the desks, like they'll be in different places, but they have mostly couches and coffee tables and other chairs and things, and people are kicking back. So they want to make it seem like, because most of the kids sit what on in their mama's living room, so they
Mhm.
want to create this mama's living room atmosphere thing for them and everything. So the drinking and all that, that stuff is out the door. It's out the door because they drinking on
Wow.
the, this one place uh over in the city off of Howard. Every Thursday they have happy hour for the whole office. At the office
But
at
that
four.
should be from 5 to 7 when they're
Oh
off
well,
the
you
clock,
can't
right?
you can't pick their time.
Happy hours is from 5 to 7.
No, you didn't listen what I'm saying. Every Thursday is what
Happy.
I said. Every Thursday is happy hour. and they in there working. They got a DJ there. They got somebody with a little DJ hookup, the little C8 thing, whatever. They playing music. They got
I would
food
never miss a
and they drinking.
Thursday. I would
Huh?
always be at work on Thursday.
Hey,
Yeah, I
look,
would never miss a
I'll,
Thursday.
I,
You ain't lying about
I'll
that.
be using erasable ink on the calendar and putting the X, never putting erasing the X on Thursday every day. Every day is Thursday.
But you know, there has to be there
Free
should,
food.
but there should be boundaries though. I remember a company I worked for years ago, and my boss, which was a very nice man. Um, but when we would have Christmas parties and stuff like that, and the alcohol would be present, I saw another side of this person. They were being very flirtatious to me. And I never knew they were attracted to me like that because on the business scope, you know, outside of the drinking, it was just always everything was in order with business. But when they let their hair down and took off their Clark Clint glasses and got to drinking, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
And it kind of put me in a really uncomfortable situation because once I went back to work and everything was back to normal, I felt some kind of way. You know, I felt
Because
like
of being flirtatious and stuff.
because they was coming at
Well,
me like
but,
really deep, really
but
deep with that
people are
alcohol.
like that. People are like that on the jobs without alcohol.
Well, yeah,
So we already know
but I
that.
mean, I could
Hmm.
probably deal with it more if that's your regular attraction and persona on a regular outside of being altered.
Yeah.
But you was
Yeah.
altered and you came in. So then when you came back to work on Monday and you're not altered, it was business back to normal again.
Oh yeah, that's a different thing. Yeah.
So had we
Yeah.
slept together, it would have been business back to normal again.
Yeah. That's a different
Hmm.
thing.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
That
I get
type of
exactly
thing.
what you're saying. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's a
Yeah.
trip. But I just wanted to go there with the marijuana thing because I think it's you know, it could be a good thing for some where they're not because some jobs will randomly test you if they feel that it's a need to do. And this is saying no, they just can't no, they can't screen workers for marijuana use.
I'll say this
So I
one more.
wonder is that with new hires?
San Francisco was very
Yeah,
lenient
it's
when
the new hires.
New hires.
when we
New
were
hires.
doing new hire. We did not screen for. We had the test kit we had. It
Yeah.
tests for like meth. It tests for coke. It was like 4 different drugs. I can't remember, but it do not deal with, and they never did have you test for marijuana.
Hmm.
Marijuana was excluded off the testing.
As it should be.
And
And that's in
marijuana,
South,
I'm gonna
and
tell you.
and you got to look. That's San Francisco,
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
San Francisco.
so they
And you
gon'
have, I mean, I found something
they're
else.
not trying to hear it.
I took a marijuana test one time and I hadn't smoked. I wasn't a marijuana smoker, but I ate a lot of bagels with poppy seeds on them.
Oh yeah,
And I
Yeah.
learned from that I
yeah,
got the notification that you're testing positive for
opioid.
opioid uses
That
with
yep.
poppy seeds, right? And I'm like,
I remember that.
Hmm. I failed. I failed like that
I don't do,
too.
and I'm going back and forth. So they had me wait a few days and come back without the bagels or whatever and do a retest. But
Hmm.
that's a trip because I never would have thought poppy
Hmm.
seeds
Well, that's what they are.
would
Yeah.
show up in a
That's what
drug
it
test.
do. That what do you think they do with them? Because that happened. I failed one because I like poppy seed muffins. The
Hmm.
I love poppy seed
muffins. I
muffins.
love poppy
Yep.
seed muffins.
I love
And
poppy
you
seed
tell me
muffins.
nothing about them things, and shoot, I sure
I
did.
don't think I've tried though.
I
The ones
didn't
that got the
fail. I
little
didn't
They're
little
fail.
seeds
delicious.
in them.
Didn't fail. What they said was it wasn't a failure. It was a presence, the presence, but it's low. They can't even, it was low. There was a low presence. And I told them, I don't know, opioids. And a person, I guess, whatever person, depending if they're, how knowledgeable the tester is or whoever, they asked me, do I eat anything with poppy seeds?
Oh,
And
okay.
I,
So they
and
knew
I said,
that.
oh,
Yeah.
I eat them got dog muffins over there all the time in the poppy seeds. And they
Hmm.
said, okay. And then I did like you. I came back and I retest and I had no presence of the poppies.
That's a trip.
No.
That tripped me
I
out.
had
I'm like,
I actually
wow.
actually it was still, but it was still a low, and they knew it because the usage would have been different. It don't show up as you using. That's why when you do tests, they just tell you eliminate it because some people don't go by measure, they go by presence. It's
Mhm.
just
Yeah,
present.
they just see yeah, if it's
It's
present.
just present. Yeah. And that's
So,
why
so, so with the marijuana screening, so they're saying that when people do drug screening for you to hire, they can screen for other stuff, cocaine, meth, all this stuff. But when it comes to marijuana, they can't screen you for that anymore.
Because let's be honest here, people are doing harder drugs. People are doing all kinds of other stuff other than marijuana. Some people don't even do marijuana. Some people are like, forget that mess. I want to do some whatever the hard drug is. They want to go and do that. And so that's the type of stuff that got people on road rage and causing all these accidents. And I could go on forever.
well,
Yeah, yeah,
you got to
yeah,
understand though, they're functional users. You
yeah.
Right,
have functional users, and
right.
they're actually we had two who were heroin users, and they were functional heroin users. They were not nodders. They don't nod. They don't do none of that. But whatever levels that they take it and how it make them feel, that's what they did, and they were. It was to where that was what they had to have every day. Never did nothing crazy, but come to work, do the best job, knew they stuff. I mean, was on top of their game. You know what I mean? You come, hey, we dealing with financial stuff or whatever. They making it happen. But they use heroin, but and so it's really not like I always say, it's not the drug, it's the person who's using it and how they use it. So they want to say, oh, that's why I have a problem when they say, oh, you going to hell because you drinking or you doing this and people whatever. Sit there, well, why Christ didn't go to hell and everybody else when he turned all that water into wine? We gonna go there. So let's be clear. It's not the alcohol, it's how you use it, the
It's
person.
drinking to drunkenness. It's the
Yeah, but
drunken
well,
state
not,
that
but
people.
I'm just saying, not just the drinking or the drugs, I should say, the alcohol or drugs, is how you use. So,
Hmm.
if you using to the point of you trying to get to a point of whatever, I don't know. But when we have this socializing usage and everything was cool. Now, with it, to me, I think I said it before, it seemed like it's a fad for some, especially the younger generation. It seemed like it's a fab, all this different things. Even we got all this designer stuff. We got all this thing. This was somebody handed to me. I didn't even know what it was. You see that? It
No,
say,
I can't see it because of the
okay, oh,
backdrop.
I'll try to click on.
anyway, it say clear. It's a lanyard, right?
Okay, I see it
Well,
now.
clear
I see.
is actually, so I see it said the clear. And I said, oh, can I get one of them? Because I always say, no, this be clear. It's always keep it clear.
Hmm.
Well, it's actually uh, uh, a marijuana product, a company that make like pre-rolls and cartridges and all that stuff.
Okay.
See, so they got paraphernalia. They got all, and the guy gave me a pair of socks with it all on there. You know what I'm saying? So it become now that the marketing, because of the fab, the marketing is around it. Because marijuana ain't new to nobody. But we didn't have all this marketing, even when some places when people weren't tripping. Let's just say San Francisco, where it's more liberal. Okay, let's say San Francisco. It's still when you don't need all that marketing. It was about let's kick back. We take a couple puffs, but we're not puffing because of popularity and trying to do everything and get all out of crazy. We take a couple puffs, get there, and next thing you know, especially if you go to Hippie Hill, they take a couple puffs, and the next thing you know, they playing some music out there. They up
Hmm.
there jamming. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's a totally
Right.
different thing, and it is.
Yeah.
It's based on how you use in the person. alcohol or whatever. I'm not saying it's all good. I'm not saying heroin's good or any of that. Or I'm not saying it's bad either because they use it for medical purposes,
You
you
just
know.
now.
But what I'm saying is the only bad is bad when you abuse. Let's put it that way.
And abuse for one may not be abuse for another.
Yeah. 'Cause
I mean,
I'm
JJ
sorry.
can probably smoke 5 joints a day.
thank you.
Somebody may call that abusive that can only smoke 2 joints a day. You see what
In
I'm
my
saying?
teenage,
No,
in
but the thing is, if
my
he's
early
still
20s, yeah.
functioning, is he still functioning? It's when you know your limit is 2 drinks, right? But
Yeah.
then you go ahead and have 5, you abused it. You know what I mean? So if JJ know his limit was 5 and he can do that, he not gonna have 6, then that's not abusing. You know what I mean? But it's when I gotta have, I gotta do it, I gotta do it. I wake up to it, have my, got put post it behind my ear so the
You're gonna
world.
lose your tolerance anyway. That's the
Yeah,
thing. I like to. If I feel like I'm not getting a buzz, I'm gonna just fall back a little bit from
and they
it.
tell you to do that. That's always been around. They always said the 7-day toxic, the 7-day tolerance break. It's always been that's always been when it came to marijuana. 7-day uh uh tolerance break. So they tell you take off
So
for
you
7
smoke,
days.
smoke, 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 smoke every day for 7 days, and then you give yourself a break for what, 2?
Well, no, they tell you no. You can smoke for a month, but they say at whatever some point you should take a 7-day tolerance break where
I take a whole month
you
break
don't smoke for
because it's not
seven
good for your
days.
lungs. To be
And
honest
then
with
that's good. Yeah, I mean, but
you.
that's good. But they do have something. But see, that's what I'm saying. People, this is stuff that was in order to do things responsibly. But now you got folks who's doing stuff. Shh. I remember my first time I went to a Thea's party.
Well, it's like something got on play.
A fizz party is when they all like getting messed up, right?
Yeah, no, mixed up how
On
they had
everything.
they had a bowl, they had a mixing bowl, big mixing bowl, and everybody coming in dumping pills in that sucker. It's a Thea's punch, Thea's punch.
So you just grab a pill or 2 and take it?
You grab whatever the Thea's punch.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
Yeah,
the
so you
whole game,
don't even know how that's gonna make you feel. You don't even
the
know.
whole game to change, correct? And
I
and
ain't
now
never
we
heard
know
of nothing
now
like that.
Thea's now I'm saying Thea's now I'm going back to Mac Dre, right? So
Right.
we going back to Mac Dre time. So we know how many years ago. So imagine how all these folks now mollying, kicking it, hanging, mollying together. Mollying, kicking it, mollying is in some areas in I don't want to say the cities, but in some areas, mollying is the recreational drug. Molly.
Mm.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that's real crazy.
So so that's why I say
I say no to drugs. Period.
mm,
Just say no. Just say no.
yeah, and
Period.
I don't know if I would want to be at work and somebody come back from lunch and they was smoking some weed and we working with some machinery or something like that because your balance and little things are going to be off a little bit. I'm not saying you don't know your job, but you're not going to function the same.
If
Your reaction.
somebody flying me from here to Florida and they been out smoking before they got behind that pilot seat, no.
He can't even taxi me on the runway. You talking about
I don't
you?
even want Uber to pick me up and
They
you didn't get
could be
smoking.
flying,
I'm
be
good.
kicking back. You mess around, have somebody kick it back with the
No,
gangster
I'm
lean
good.
airplane.
Uber, Lyft, dude, I'll catch
They
a
got
bus.
the airplane flying at a tilt because he leaning to the side.
I mean, your equilibrium, and
You
everything
going
is
into
off.
you going into Florida side.
Yeah, I'm not, no, look, let me see the pilot back there smoking something and he ain't supposed to, before he get on the plane. That ain't good. I mean, so I can just see where it's still boundaries when it comes to work.
Yes.
To be at work, whatever. But to be
Yeah.
randomly, because some people smoke before they go to work. Some people smoke as soon as they get off work. Now I don't know. I mean, I couldn't smoke to get me going to go to work, but it just depends on what marijuana does for you. Marijuana years ago when I used to smoke a little bit, and I wasn't calling myself a true smoker, but it just made me sleepy and want to munch on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
A
here
little
I
bit.
am waking up, getting ready to go to work, and I want to go back to sleep. I don't think so. See, so it just depends on the reaction that it gives you. I mean, how you gonna get ready for work and you smoking a joint, and that's gonna put you in a whole nother zone. How are you you gotta drive, you gotta commute, you gotta meet and greet people, you gotta do all this. How you going and then the smell. People smell marijuana on you. I don't care how many 10 minutes you take. I don't care what brush your teeth. They gonna smell the marijuana on you.
No.
You drink some clear alcohol, it's not easy to detect that way until you start appearing altered. But the
You just start
marijuana,
coming out your pores.
well, vodka, I think vodka or gin, one of them, you can't, it's no smell. You
Oh
can't,
yeah, vodka.
vodka, they can't
That's my
detect
go-to is
that.
vodka. That's my
They,
go-to is
they, they
vodka.
can't smell that on you, but you drinking some other stuff, they can't. But marijuana, you can smell that. Just like nicotine, cigarettes, you can smell that. You can smell a smoker from a mile away. I don't care how many Altoids they pop in their mouth. You can smell a smoke because it gets in your skin, your pores, your hair, your clothes, your beard. It's in there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get rid of that, right? So,
Nope, you can't.
okay, I got to get to the choir mind want to know. I wasn't
Yeah.
able to write it down, but let me find it. Uh, okay,
Take me a sip.
here's one. Some men think that women are sprung on that tongue.
Or
Any
what?
kind. Some men, wake up, John. You heard me right.
No, I
Some
didn't.
men, some men think that women are sprung on that tongue.
Oh,
Any kind of way, as long as they're getting it. Wrong. If you love giving that to your woman and don't know what you're doing, she can leave it right there in your mouth. I mean, you can leave it right there in your mouth, real talk. Somebody please tell me if this is true or not.
I'm not understanding the question, and this is my first time not understanding the.
Some
thank
men,
you.
y'all, okay, some men hypothetically think that women are just always sprung on the tongue. When he gives her the tongue action, she's sprung on that, right?
Okay,
That's
got
what
you.
she wants, that's what she needs, that's what she likes. She fiends for that tongue action. Now, are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. So if you love giving and doing that to your woman and don't know what you're doing,
God.
the woman is saying you can leave that right there. I don't want it. You don't have to give it to me. I don't need it. Even though I'm strong on that, but you don't know what you're doing. So miss me with that.
Wait, okay, you don't know what you're doing. Where do she become sprung on it? And
He's
then,
saying in the beginning, hypothetically, he's saying that most women they're saying that some men just think that a woman gets sprung off of that.
oh,
Once I start doing that
Okay.
to her,
Okay.
she's
yeah,
going
she
to
gonna be
become,
sprung.
she's going to become sprung. However, if he doesn't know what he's doing, she ain't going to be sprung on nothing. Right? You with me?
I'm with you.
She could take it or leave it, whether he thinks she's being sprung or not. So this person says, can somebody please tell me, is this true or not? Is it true that regardless of how a woman gets it, men just think they're sprung when they get this or he gives that? Or does it have to be done in a particular way?
That's two different questions. Because
Dissect it.
first, I can't say men, but I don't know about all men think that, because you got to understand a lot of men
Some
have.
men. Some men.
Oh, well, I can't speak for the men who think that if you do that, that's going to make a woman sprung. Because I don't. So that means your intention is, let me do this to get her sprung. Okay, so I can't relate to that. But now doing anything right, of course you want somebody to do something right. So
Right?
say husband and wife is together, and the husband or one of them is saying, you're not doing this right, or you're not doing this the way I like it. Let's say that, because we're not gonna say right or wrong. You're not doing it. Do it this way. I like it this way. You're not doing it that way. Well, then that's what you should be able to talk about or whatever. Because person don't automatically know, oh, I'm doing it right. The way I'm doing it is
Well,
right.
you know if you're doing it wrong if a person is pretty much fighting against you doing it at all.
Well,
they may stop you, or they just may stop you from
and they
doing
should say so, and that's what I mean. Then you should say something. That's why I say a husband and woman, a husband and wife is in that position, and then the wife say, "Wait a minute," and stop him and explain to it or whatever. But I'm wondering, or what have you. But the thing, and reason being, like I say, nobody. I mean, we can say nobody just starts out to do something right, because usually when you're with a person like that, you're intimate with that person or whatever, you're just coming together, and things kind of work out. You're not saying if one is good, you just enjoy. Oh, I enjoy what's going down with you. And that's good to do. I ain't looking at it if it's doing it the right way. But when it's something that I'm not enjoying it, then I might look at it as, you're not doing it the way I like it. Because who are we to say, like, say, for instance, she say, oh, my man or my woman didn't used to do this or whatever at one time, but now, now, so. Mm.
Oh man.
Wow. So yeah, my thing is this: every situation is different, every scenario is different. If it's something you're not liking, and I'm mad right now because the 49ers is losing.
Yeah.
If you're not doing something right to appease your mate, and they let you know, or they show you with their body language or whatever, it's up to you to figure out and communicate what it is that I'm not doing, or I don't know. Maybe you just stop doing that. I can't, but when you're in a situation where you're married and you have to deal with one another for the rest of your lives, supposedly that's the way it's supposed to be. Y'all got to try to make it right.
That's right. You got to, especially if
you
you're
got to make
partners.
it right.
You're partners. Partners work together, right?
You
When
have
there's a
to
problem.
you have to work together. So if you got to slap them upside the head a few times, you got to do that because you got to get it to work.
Man, some people like it rough. So if you like getting smacked around a little bit, as far as the play of it all, then that's what's up. However, get your communication.
Yeah, some people do, and that's another subject too. Some people do like to be slapped around and everything, and and sometimes you don't find that out until you get with a person. You start getting down with them, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, you may smack them on the butt. Just kind of just doing something in the moment, and you see that it's this serious reaction behind that slap. Then you may slap them harder. And then they just whoa. And then you may try some other things and you end up finding out that way that they're into wanting to get some hands laid on them. They never told you this. So you have to be ready and in the mindset to, I don't know, if you with somebody and you find out they like to be choked and punched, can you guys continue on with that?
You gotta have some code words. I think I said that before. You gotta have some code words.
So you gotta say, the code word may be right now. So when you say right now, that means slap me, whip me, bite me, choke me, whatever it is, baby, right now.
No.
I was watching the show.
He don't want to slap his wife. You don't want to slap her, huh?
Remember when I was saying, what was the code? What was the safe word? Pineapple? Okay, or whatever. Okay, I was watching the show and y'all just brought it back and I wanted to remember to tell y'all that. It was a show that was going on and they were, I think it was like 2.5 Men or whatever. And they were saying something and they said, oh, no, everything's absolutely fine. You'll know when I say my code word. And it was like something crazy. And I was like, and I thought about what we were talking about, folks in them code words, and they make it crazy so it don't blend in with the act that they're doing. So you don't want to say like, oh, chocolate.
Well, Gareth has
something. Gareth said something.
Hey, I was not like that. A man should never hit a woman.
A man should never hit a woman?
Yeah.
Even during the heat of passion, if she likes to be smacked a few times?
Well, what if I want to slap the egg? You heard what I was saying? What if I want to smack the eggplant on the face? Is that
But we gotta understand. I hear what Gareth saying, and I hear what Gareth saying, and Donna is saying. That putting the hand is really out of our violence or anger and things like that. But in the heat of passion, I can see a husband and wife together, and you be surprised a lot. Hey, pat me on my tail. And sometimes you see the women kind of patting the men around in their face a little bit, but that's passion.
Right.
Yeah, some people do want to blindfold you and
put you line, gag you up and everything.
And they want to put handcuffs on
you. But
see,
that's in the heat. And I mean, if y'all both choose to, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. But then again, it all comes back to who decides if you're doing it right or am I doing it just not the way you like it? Because if I was with someone else, for instance, and they're even to say they still bugging me because they crazy, they sprung behind it. Well, evidently I got a right over here. So it's really just about how do we gel, and sometimes people think we're supposed to automatically gel. No, as you get to know each other and you learn each other, man, he learns his wife. He knows what his wife like, and he knows what his wife don't like, and the wife knows what her husband like and what the husband don't like. And when we pay attention on learning one another, especially when it comes to sexuality, or how we like things sexually in our relationship, the thing is, it'll cut down on some of that problem when them people get to hear them sayers and all that get to talking, because you should be able to say, oh no, I know my mate. Yeah. I know my mate.
I mean, so, you should be able to say.
Yeah, so when you get to know each other, you're gel and things come together. And and really in your mind, both of your minds, you think you're both doing it right. When you're both really doing it the way each other like it.
Yeah. But I think that should be something too that's established early on, don't you think? It can't just pop out of the woodwork all of a sudden after you've been gelling for
Yeah,
You know,
once the mistake is once I do something you don't like, you need to say, hold up, brother. Let's talk about this one. I mean, or hold up, sister. Let's
well,
talk
some
about
people
this.
be scared to say something because they don't want to hurt the person's feelings.
The feeling's
Like
still gonna be
if
hurt.
he haul off, oh man,
Thank you.
49
The
is too
feeling's
long.
still gonna the feeling's still gonna
If he
get hurt.
haul,
The
if he
feeling's still
haul,
gonna be hurt because if you keep going with me and I don't bust, then you gonna feel some type of way because I never bust. I'm just sitting there and like nothing happened
but
for
then
me.
again, back to that question: by you not busting, is that other person's fault? Could it just be something going on with you that you just?
Possibly, but people could take it personal. People could just take it personal. I've seen it happen. They just you didn't do it, and I'm like, it ain't. I just didn't bust. You know, that's what it is.
Gerard, stop it! I see you. What you up there saying? I know the 49ers is they better try to
they
lose it, man.
they 1 point behind, 10 to 11 with a minute
Yeah.
left. They better do something.
But yeah, so I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Like you said, Donna, and like we've been saying, you gotta, once it happened, talk about it. Say, wait a minute. I remember that I'm gonna say a real old joke. It's clean. It's clean. I think I said it before. About remember when the lady said she would tape because she felt her husband wasn't doing it right, like she liked it. So she put a quarter on one side on her belly. She put a nickel on one thigh, and she taped a dime to the other. And she said, "Now you just follow what I'm telling you." And she said, "Okay, quarter." Now, where the quarter? You move towards the quarter. She said, quarter, nickel, nickel, dime, quarter, nickel, nickel, dime, dime, quarter, nickel. But she's teaching him how she like it, right? And that's what it's about. Like you say, you got to talk about these things.
Yeah,
Nickel,
the
quarter,
quarter, nickel,
dime,
nickel,
quarter,
and
nickel,
dime. I don't
dime,
know.
quarter, dime, nickel, nickel, dime,
It
quarter,
depends on
dime, nickel.
what his mindset is at the time, because he may not be. If he intoxicated, he may get his nickels and dimes mixed up. We
Well,
gonna have
well,
to
well.
talk.
No. She just need to. If he's intoxicated, she already know from the beginning she getting drunk love. So stop playing.
right.
I don't know. Well, drunk love, yeah. That's another topic for another day. I don't
Drunk
know
in
if you really want to call that love or you want to call that just
Okay, drunk clap, drunk clap,
we
drunk
drunk,
drunk
clap.
we
drunk
jumping,
clap is good
Oh,
clap.
clapping.
check out. Also, again with that clap, I was watching the 90 Day Fiance tell all or whatever they called it, tell all, and the guy said, "Oh, this what we used to do." Or he said something and he started doing his hand. He started doing his hand like that. And I just couldn't help but crack up. I said, this man talking about the
He's
clap.
talking about the clap. You know we need. You know
He
what's
said,
up
because
with
he said,
that?
what kind of relationship you had? He said, what you mean? You know?
The clap. You know, baby. You know. Now, with that being said, have you guys heard of those JuJu beads?
Mm-hmm.
You guys heard of those?
Yeah.
JuJu
And you
Beads.
know the JuJu beads where you know the woman usually will insert those up a man and then slowly pull them out. You heard
Oh
of that?
wow. I didn't know straight couples do that.
Yeah, yeah. And they're
Okay.
supposed to be really sensual, and it's supposed to be a whole nother um feeling beyond words that happens with this, you know. But some are not really into wanting to try and play around with that because you messing with the back door, and you know some men just have a problem with the back door.
Wait, what do you do with the JuJu Beads?
You know what, John? I need you to pay attention. I need you to pay
I'm
attention.
trying to focus because all I can.
JuJu
You
beads.
I was just at the movie theater last night, and
You
I'm
ain't see nothing
JuJu
about no
Beads.
JuJu beads at the movie theater.
Okay, what about the
The
JuJu
woman
Beads?
inserts the JuJu beads, these beads up a man's.
Oh, we stopped me right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then once they're in there, they're pulled out really slowly and give a certain sensation.
How you gonna get the JuJu bead?
You leave a little piece out so you can pull it.
Wait, a JuJu bead is like this.
They're on a string.
JuJu beads is on the string? Or you put them on the string. So now you're making a butt tampon
Well, yeah.
with JuJu beads.
You can call it that.
I don't know. That's like, excuse my language, but that's like a crapsicle. You're going to put something in with a stick on the end or a string.
Well, no, or you can either put them on a string or you can put them up one or two or three at a time. And so you're doing other things to entice the person while you're playing with getting these beads out.
I'm going to ask a question. I know people use things and stuff for that type, and there's little beads. I see they got the little things and the little bow, the little bead and the little or whatever. Why they just can't use that instead of a box of JuJu beads? It's high fructose. That's high. Do you know that's not good for your diabetes? It's high fructose corn syrup in the
Why they can't use what? What's the other option?
Not other than JuJu beads. The other option for JuJu beads, sugar-free JuJu beads.
You off the chain.
Sugar-free.
You're not. He totally messing with you.
Oh yeah, he messing with the whole.
He messing with the word. It's wordplay. You're not catching it. And
no, but you're talking about candy is the JuJu bead, right?
It does not mean that you got.
Oh, you're not using JuJu bead candy? Wait a minute. You take the JuJu bead.
We need you to Google it.
Oh, are the JuJu beads?
Yeah.
You heard what I said.
Oh, BEADS.
Yeah.
Okay, what is JuJu beads, Garrett? That's the grape one.
No.
That's the strawberry one. JuJu beads.
Here we go.
Right, Garrett? What is JuJu beads, Garrett? I'm sorry, I never heard of JuJu.
You to Google it.
JuJu beads. I never heard that. And then I don't know if I want to deal with JuJu beads, because first let's deal with JuJu. You gonna JuJu.
JuJu beads. They're supposed to be really good.
And
I mean, you can't knock it until you try it.
Yes, I can.
No, you shouldn't knock it until you try it.
Oh, I still stuck on JuJu
not
beads.
Not everybody into that type of play.
Because I was gonna say,
not everybody into that type of play. Whether you gay or straight. Whether some people don't. Some gay people don't do backdoor play. Some gay people don't do backdoor play. Let me put it out there. So
that's right. I know some guys.
People don't do what?
I know some gay guys who do not play. They don't do backdoor play.
They swing that way, but they don't do backdoor play because they don't like they feel like it's unsanitary. So they do a lot of what's called frotting, which is like where they engage. They find other ways to engage without requiring the back door. If that makes any sense. It's more sanitary, it's safer. It's safer sex.
Okay.
So, I'm just putting it out there. Like there's some people that just not into that type of play. So it's like,
you're right.
It's hard to relate to that.
So the JuJu beads are not really for every. Well, of course it's not for everyone, but I'm saying it's not something that one would just, like JJ was saying, you would just assume that it would be something that community would want to do all the time or wouldn't be opposed to. But they're not wanting to do that all the time. There is some straight people who do love and straight men. And some will beg to differ and say they're not straight, but some straight men who really don't have a problem with the back door being fondled with at all.
I was just about to say that they're talking about more about the spectrum and not necessarily having it be black and white, straight or gay type of mentality, and making it be more about that this is just what people like to do sexually. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think people just need to be people need to express themselves however they want to express themselves. And
I can't find this JuJu Beads.
JuJu Beads. JJ will find it.
JU look at JuJuBeads, right? And I'm getting JuJu Bead bracelets. I'm getting JuJu Bead candy, JuJu Beads bracelets, JuJu Beads and Company. Is that it? It's Instagram. It must
ain't
be.
no and Company.
No, I see. No, I'm seeing what's coming up. JuJu Beads and Company. And
I don't think they're called. I don't think they're called that. I think maybe on the street level or Urban Dictionary they're called that. But from what I'm seeing, you gotta research the actual thing, and I don't know if you're allowed to say that on YouTube right now. We'll call them
sex anal beads.
See, I was trying to avoid the words, but
that's a clean word. I'm using it. I'm using it as a clean word.
No, I mean, it as far as being monetized on YouTube is what I was more going for.
Well,
that's a clean word.
I don't.
It's an anatomy word.
Yeah, but it could be misconstrued as something else. That's all. I'm saying.
Even for Google, even for YouTube, it's an anatomy.
So did you guys find it on Google?
I know what they are. I've never heard them, and I've never heard them be called JuJu Beads. To be honest with you, they've been called anal beads.
What's the name you found? You heard?
I had to look up anal beads.
Mm-hmm. That's what I looked up.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Can I get this off my history? I need to delete this off my history.
No, because you went there.
Hey, you might your female partner might like that.
I had to risk because I can't be walking. It's on go on Google and go walking by, and Google say I didn't catch that. Did you say you want me to go to your last search?
It's in your algorithm now. Algorithm.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, Google things say I didn't catch that. How about we go to your last research? Anal bead.
Or you start getting products.
And then it's gonna speak in loud. Anal beads. Dot.
Be careful what you search, you guys. Be careful what you search. And it's gonna search it loud in front of everyone. But some people are into
that's what incognito mode is for.
And I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah,
some people are definitely
because I ain't trying to hide nothing,
and they can't.
I don't have nothing to hide, so I don't use it all the time. But
me too.
What, the JuJu Beads?
No, incognito tab. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's if you don't want it in your search history and stuff. Then you go to incognito mode.
Well, it's too late now.
I don't care. I just use my regular search and found them. There's all kinds of shit.
Too late now. So for the record,
how do you guys think with today, with all the technology and everything, and just trying to get a date, just trying to go out with someone, do you think that technology is hindering us from being able to really just ask people on dates, like just really the old-fashioned way? It seems like people are texting it. They're IMing it or whatever. They're doing all these things in other ways to try to connect with people instead of doing it the real one-on-one way. You guys like it better this way, or do you like it the old?
It depends. So say you meet somebody from another state, for instance. But even if you met someone in a club or a restaurant, the whole thing is first get to know a person. So it doesn't matter where you met them. It's about get to know them. You could have met somebody I could have been in rehab with somebody, met them, we were cool friends. I got a rehab, they got a rehab, got my life together, they got their life together. Later down the line, we decided to get together because we got to know each other and we see that each other's doing something positive. So it don't matter. It's about first getting to know someone. I don't think the old fashioned, like you say, is taken away. What happened is some people have grown more dependent and want to communicate more that way. They don't want to let's go here, let me pick you up, let me do the or things like that, or even court or whatever. So I think it kind of works this. It would be the same the other way because you have people who meet in person, but what we call old fashioned, they'll pull up. Because I remember one cat pulled up in front and was honking a horn, and I was like, "Oh, that date is over. You're not coming to pick up my daughter honking the horn. So that
That's
date
very
is over.
disrespectful.
And my daughter already know. Whoops, that's over. Cause she
Yep.
know her
Yep.
daddy pick her up. Her daddy
If she
opens the
grown,
door
she'll
for her.
say, "Daddy, quit tripping. I'll see you when I get back."
No, she no. Now that she a grown, she don't accept that because she knows better. She knows. See, so it's
That's why
just that which you allow and stuff. And unfortunately, a lot of stuff what we consider traditional rather, folks done got away. I'm honking outside. I'm leaning way back in the chair. Matter of fact, you come pick me up, and I'm gonna lay all the way back in your passenger seat with the
And how
seat
about
spikes
those
all the way
that
down.
bring the car down low and waiting on her, and then when she get in, he pump it back up? You know what you call those things in the car that make you pump it back?
Hydraulics.
That's too much.
She done went back to her date in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 80s.
Come on, baby, let's
Well,
ride.
hydraulics have
Let's
always
ride.
been
Let's
in
ride. Let's
fashion.
ride.
Not everybody's into that because it takes a lot of maintenance, but hydraulics have always been in fashion.
They still have them now. I still see some
A
cars jumping up and down on the road.
lot of them
I
over
like
where I'm
it.
at.
I would love to ride in the car with hydraulics. I don't want one though.
There's a lot of them over here. My neighbor got a truck and a car.
Yeah. So yeah. So we got to get to know the person, and I guess, like John said, it doesn't matter how you meet. It's establishing that get to know.
Hey, well, let's just say how people look at. I met JJ right here. I met Garrett right here.
Right.
You see what
Yeah,
I'm
but that's
saying?
the same sex. That's a brother. That ain't no opposite
But it's
sex.
this. Okay, I met you through a question that was on the thing years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, you ain't no brother.
And then you disappeared for 2 years after
Oh,
that
here we
question. So I didn't know.
here we go. But
I said,
but the
what happened to
Seems
that one?
like you be
Okay,
letting them have
next.
it.
she missed it. Oh, okay. Oh, I was about to throw a name for a minute. She was mimicking somebody,
You know what you
JJ.
doing? I missed the bus.
Keep
What
it
question?
going.
What question was?
Oh no, I had no question.
Oh, okay. Moving right along. They being bad. You guys, I'm allowing them to be bad tonight. I'm allowing them because we got a few more minutes. I'm just allowing y'all to be bad because I don't know if I'm gonna be here Sunday or not next Sunday. Not, I'm gonna let you know, and then I'm gonna have another day that I'm gonna be
What
here
do you
doing
mean
the
allowing
like
us
I
to be
did last.
bad? I'm being good. What you talking about?
Y'all being bad, talking about all kinds of stuff, and
Because I'm trying to Google stuff out because I'm still like,
I want
what
you to
is this?
find the anal beads because
Oh no, we already did that.
Oh yeah, that
you said you were still trying to Google stuff. I thought you were still
No,
on the
no, no,
beads.
no. I was thinking about. I was trying to see, because they always have some percentage. What is the percentage of women who prefer oral, right? Because I was still thinking about how the guys say, "Oh, that's how some men think you get a
Right.
woman sprung that way," and I'm like, I'm trying to think. But what I was saying about that, we got to think. Some men say that, But one of the biggest conversation with men is, I don't do that.
Well, a lot of well, some men will say they don't, but they do.
No, a lot of men holler out, I don't do that.
They don't want it to be known. It's
No,
like
no, okay,
it's a
okay.
secret. It's a secret.
Here we go. I'm gonna speak according to the men. Men
It's a
and men
secret.
that attack. No, a lot of them, some of them who won't do it, period. Now, yeah, some do it and they keep it on the under, but some won't do. So when you have that conversation of a lot saying, "Oh no, I ain't doing that," you know, and then you have some who say, "Yeah, I'll do it," but they don't say nothing, and you have some who are open. So for us to say, "Well, men think that that gets a woman sprung," you know, some men think that's get them sprung. I wonder how many men really think that. Based on the, like I say, the
Some
overall
do that. That's
conversation.
real good at it. Some that have a natural born talent. They believe that they do give women sprung. I think we have someone trying to come in very late.
Ben,
Mr. Ben Smith.
Then
Yeah,
but
we have
I'm what
some.
I'm
take
saying
over.
is, I'm just saying, how do a
Hey,
man,
hey, 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 Ben.
how do a
What's
person
good,
get
Ben?
to the mentality of this is, I'll come to the thinking of this is
What's
what
good?
happens and this will sprung a woman. I'm just wondering how they come to that
Well, of
conclusion.
course, they probably go by the reaction of the women. Some women, like you had said, mentioned earlier, how you can have a woman who is that you had a wonderful connection with in that way, that's still remembering and trying to get at you again, and then you with this new person who's saying you ain't you know it ain't right. So you
Yeah,
know when somebody is kind of missing or was loving certain things you did
yeah, but I don't
that
see it as
aspect.
sprung. I just see you enjoy what I'm doing. In
Well,
this
what
one,
is sprung? What
I
is
don't
sprung?
know. It's well, sprung is usually, you know, they say, "Oh, I'm just." It's almost like I'm just so infatuated or head over heels over you. I'm sprung on you.
It's sprung.
You know,
It's sprung infatuation.
It could be.
what you think is all the same.
Is it?
What is infatuation? Start right there.
I don't think it's being sprung.
Okay, here we go. Uh, Google, JJ, because my Google is corrupted after them anal beads.
Ben, Ben Garrett, do you guys think infatuation is the same as being sprung? Or sprung is
It's
the same as
Yeah.
being
okay. Okay,
infatuated?
let me turn my camera around so I can
No,
verify.
infatuation is different than being sprung.
It's saying, okay, well, let me read the definition and then we can go from there. This is from Merriam-Webster. Now, it says feeling of foolish or obsessively strong love for, admiration for, or interest in someone or something. So
That
that's
is
the
what? Infatuation?
infatuation.
Okay, so what is sprung?
Okay, I'm sorry, excuse my bad. I gotta turn the camera around.
You know
Okay.
what, JJ?
Hey, we keeping it real over here.
Here
Okay.
you go. Here you go. I got it already. And this is from this Wikipedia. And it says, utterly infatuated with someone completely taken over by romantic interest.
What is that, sprung?
That's sprung.
No, they forgot to talk about climbing on the roof, hiding in the bushes.
No, that's what it causes you to do.
They forgot to add the sprung.
Here you go.
Calling you 100 times a day.
Urban Dictionary says sprung is when you have no control over how you feel for someone. You feel almost obsessed with them, yet somehow it's still not quite love. And
Okay, that's sprung.
infatuation,
So what
and in
is
fact,
infatuation again?
the
It's the
same
same
thing.
thing.
No, what did infatuation say? Don't say it's the same thing. It ain't kiss. What does infatuation
Same
say?
thing. It says a feeling of foolish obsessively strong love or admiration for or interest in someone or something. So it's a broad
So it's
statement.
saying love. Sprung is not saying love.
Yes, it do.
You
It
can't, you
oh
can't
girl,
have
it
love.
did say love.
No,
It
it
did say
didn't.
love.
It said a feeling of love, but
It said
yet
a feeling.
you're not listening.
It's not
He
one
just
dimensional.
what did he just say?
He
But
didn't
it
Not
say
one
a
said,
feeling.
dimensional.
but yet it's
Definition
not
isn't one
love.
dimensional. That's the
Over
problem with this definition is it puts everything into one sentence. It doesn't separate the definitions into separate sentences. It puts it all in one sentence and separates it in commas. So that was the issue. So as I'm reading it, it looks like I'm just reading one bold statement for one word when it's separate definitions for one word. So that's why I said it's the same thing with sprung and infatuation. So, and
I think it,
as you can tell, I love English. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I think, and I don't have both of those pulled up to quote them verbatim, but I think Sprung has a little bit, just a little bit of different bend to it than someone being infatuated.
Please
it's just
explain it to
it's
me.
a less fancier way of saying infatuated because
Sprung.
infatuation is too long of a word. It's 3 syllables.
Cause I
Three
could be
syllables
infatuated with,
sometimes.
I could be infatuated with you, JJ, because I may be attracted to you, admire you, have this love, desire for you, and all these deep emotions I'm feeling in an infatuated, state. I may never be with you, but I'm feeling these. But I can also be strong by, Gareth. Well, no, I'm gonna use
Hey,
Gareth. He's
hey, but
American.
infatuation
I
though.
can be
It's the
strong
same
by.
thing though.
Hey, but infatuation is like I was watching this movie with Michael Ealy when he was infatuated with I think it was Sanaya Lathan. He was infatuated with her where he was willing to kill all these people to be with her, but she was never gonna be with him. So that's infatuation can become deadly and dangerous.
Sprung
That
When
can
goes
you
too.
when
But
you
with
listen,
sprung, when you sprung, that means you done got with that person and they are serving you.
not
Like you've already,
necessarily.
yeah,
Some
no,
people
you
can
can't
be
be
sprung
sprung.
on you
You
without
can't be sprung
sexual.
without getting you
Yes,
some,
you
bro.
okay,
No,
Well,
let me
you
that's
can't.
explain it.
interesting right
Can't be
there. Do
sprung.
you
You just
have
be
the
infatuated.
potential to
I'm
You
gonna
be
can't
make
be
it
strong?
clear for
infatuated unless you
y'all.
have a relationship.
but you
I'm
can
gonna
be
make it
sprung on
clear
a
why
stress
it's this.
ball.
Let me
You
tell
can be
y'all
sprung
why
on
it's the same. JJ said it very clear. The English language. Sprung is a slang. It's an African American vernacular. It is the vernacular of the word infatuated. So it's the same. It's not a word that will be as say we say it's not the same. It's not anonymous or it's actually synonymous, but it's actually just a slang word. It's a slang word for
So you're
infatuation.
saying sprung is a slang
It's
word.
an African American
Yes.
vernacular.
Yes.
African American.
Vernacular, exactly. We the one
So how do we determine it's a African American?
because
Because it was
the English word when you look at it when you do it etymology, the study of word, sprung deals with like say so let me use it say just deal with Calistoga where we may say a geyser sprung out of the ground.
that's
Now we're dealing with the root of the word. So that's so when we start dealing with where it's sprung and then we go all the way back, oh, what was the Latin usage or whatever. And we always remember words don't have meanings until they are used. Until they are used, they have meanings. So therefore, we took the word sprung, and in that, we used it in the place of infatuation as the slang. So there's no.
I don't know. I
People
don't
outside of the
totally
Okay,
agree
culture
with
are
that
it's
gonna
one.
called word.
necessarily
Okay,
understand
As
what
far
the
huh?
as
word means.
African American and us using sprung as the
It
slang.
derives from
Yeah, it
hip hop
is.
culture. It derives from
It
hip hop culture
is.
because
You-
people of other complexions aren't necessarily going to understand where that word came from, or they're not going to understand what you're saying. Like if I'm talking to somebody that never grew up around Black people, and I say, "Oh, she sprung on me," he or she is gonna think that they launched at me some kind of way. They're not gonna think in the term of infatuation. So I would have to actually break down the definition to a non-Black person that didn't grow up with the culture. And I see Minister John may have cut out. Oh no, he's
no.
still okay. He's still there.
Oh, my
That's
thing
what
clicked.
I
I'm
was.
sorry.
No, it's
My
okay. That's
no,
that's
my
all, that's
no.
all I was saying is
My
that the
thing. I don't know
definition,
how that happened. Oh,
the word sprung is like the whole reason why we come up with these slang words is to condense them because people don't necessarily understand large words. If I say infatuation, they're gonna think that's I'm saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious when I'm speaking and I'm just trying to talk. And I've had to learn, especially because I'm book smart in a lot of ways. I had to teach myself to kind of dummy down my words a little bit for people to understand so I can communicate with people better. It's not necessarily an insult to other people's intelligence. It's more of just a better way of getting to each other to understand what we're saying. And so, yeah, the word sprung and infatuation are pretty much exactly the same. The definition of it used to be separated when you define things, but for some reason, these new dictionaries are putting everything into one sentence. So that's what created the confusion. And that's why you got love in there, because you could have a love for a sex doll. You could have admiration for a sex doll. You could be
Yeah.
infatuated with a nightstand or what have you. So it's not necessarily being in love with someone.
No, not in love with, but back to what the point that was made regarding, and Ben, he stepped away for a moment. Ben's idea of
No,
sprung.
that's not what I said.
Let me finish my thought. One of Ben's definition of sprung is somebody that you have been with in that way to become sprung. And he was more or less speaking in terms of a physical way, I believe. And so John is necessarily saying, no, you do not have to have been with a person on a physical note to be sprung on them. It's a slang term meaning that you are lusting. Can we say lusting or
Yeah.
or just
feeling some kind of
infatuated for what
way,
it is.
or they're saying infatuation being is one and none with being sprung. You don't necessarily have to have had relations with a person to be sprung on them.
I disagree with that. I think that you have to I think infatuation is a less important role in somebody's life. Like it's infatuated. You can't have one-on-one situation with somebody and oh, I'm infatuated with them, because you have to have something that's went deeper for you can be just crazy and be infatuated, but when you sprung, you have to have some kind of connection with them. You have to have something that you blended with to be able to be in some kind of connection and relationship with them. Sprung is not the same. Infatuation and sprung is not even the same. Even when you look it up in the dictionaries, it's not the same thing.
But we have to
They just
understand.
read it.
Listen, hold on. We have to understand though, the usage of we're using in sprung is a slang word. There's no etymology behind, there's no root to it. If you take the word itself and you deal with the root of it, it's going to take you to something else. It's going to take you to something else. We're dealing that sprung. The reason I'm and it's showing, if you look even in the Urban Dictionary, you look in the Urban Dictionary, you look in the Wikipedia, you look in them areas, you look in these, and they all say the same thing. And you can even look in um it deals with word etymine line, etymonline.com. And you put in Sprung, and they'll show you, and it start dealing with old stuff, old English Springton and all this. It's a slang. It's a slang
Hasn't been
for
really used in a long time. The word sprung. Now that I'm looking at it, I haven't used the word in a long time. The last time I heard sprung was that song. I'm sprung, dog. I'm high feed. That's the last time I heard that song. That song is like I think it's at least 10 years old. So just the word sprung
Yeah,
is
that's right. They don't even use that word no
they
more.
don't even use the word anymore.
That's an old school word.
Right. It was old when they used it in that song. I was like, what are they doing? But I like the song though.
But you
Yeah.
know, where was the trip? They actually consider, when you do word study, sprung is actually considered a a pastime. They call it a simple pastime word, meaning that that word isn't really used that often, and we know it's in replace of spring. So we use spring more than we use sprung. So and so we have to go back again. It's a slang word. It's not a word that is opposite of infatuation or love, or however we want to put it. It's a slang that all it is a slang word that's being said for these things. I'm obsessed with this person. If I had sexual contact with them or not, because I can still be obsessed with them, or however I am with them. But we have to understand though that these slang words and the way we use them, this goes back all the way big time. We always spoke in code. We sung in code. We always took words and made them our own because we came in our language and everything was stripped from us. So we take these words and we use them. Sprung Sprung based on our usage as being stuck on somebody, like they say, oh, you stuck on them or whatever. On our usage, it's just a slang. There's no root to it based on study or etymology.
We probably stopped using it because other people or non-blacks were using it, and we was like, we need to come up with something else.
No, we use some nowadays. Them kids, instead of sprung, they say is I just heard my niece and them using it, huh?
They be saying thirsty, which I don't
Oh
like.
no, no, they use another word when you
Yeah.
sprung on someone.
Thirsty.
They got a well. That thirsty is like on. I seem like I'm seeming thirsty if I'm constantly like after a person, but a person who is like infatuated, like what I'm saying, they got another word they use now. And I just heard my niece. I'm gonna ask her. She went out on a date today. I'm gonna ask her what is that? What would they call that? But we have to understand a lot of the words isn't that even just the non-colored people or whatever, people of color not getting it. We switch up on words so much, like they say, why you on my line?
Yeah, why you on my line? Yep, I use that
Okay.
sometimes. You're on my line.
I mean, it took me a long time to figure out, is it my bad or my bag? Is it my BAD or my BAG? And then why is it mine? What do they mean by that? So they're always constantly switching
It's my
and
bad.
using things. You know what I mean? So and that's how we have to look at it. It's just we're not using it no more. But how many slang words have come back? Has also come back before.
That's
I
true.
caught
They brought
myself
words back.
I caught myself telling my niece the other day she went to do something and she thought she was beating me to it and it didn't work. I said, aha, you molded.
Yep, molded. I still use that
That's
one.
just what
I
I
still
said.
use molded.
I said, aha, you molded. And it came
Mhm.
out so smooth, didn't have to think about it.
And she probably didn't know what you was talking about.
Showing the world didn't.
Mm-mm.
I mean, but no. Actually, she picked up on it because of the situation and the usage. You see, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. the usage of the word. She wasn't like, huh? She started laughing. She was like, okay, yeah, I got something or whatever, and we
Listen to
kept
these
going.
old guys.
You
Old
know,
guys talking about
but
this
we
old
pick up.
stuff.
That's how come when we
You hear
talk to
this?
one another and slang is used and
Molded,
stuff,
man.
we
Molded.
we get pick we pick up
Losing these
on it
old
because
terms.
we kind of understand.
Oh,
It's kind of something we've been doing all our lives, really, talking and
That's
talking
fly.
like this.
That's fly. That's funky
Oh, that's
fresh.
fly.
that's tight. Remember tight?
And
That's tight.
I still
Ooh,
say that's
that's
tight.
tight.
Uh-huh. Them rims I got is tight.
That's death. That's death. What the heck?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's bootsy.
Yep. I still use
Yep, I
that.
still use Bootsy.
I still use that.
Yeah, it
No,
look like you use them all. You ain't graduated. You just in the
No,
same time.
because I told you, I just learned. I didn't know if it was bag or bag.
You just got to switch them up because, and it also depends on who you're around and what
Yeah,
you're around. So if I'm
yeah.
around like 20-year-olds, I gotta think about, okay, they don't know what that word means, so I gotta be like, that's cat. Like I don't use that word on a regular basis, but
Oh, what was
I
that
gotta
word?
say that because that's what they use it right
Oh
now.
yeah, and I learned that too. I'll say something. I'll be like, "Oh, that outfit look good, no cap."
Right, exactly.
So they don't think I'm trying to make fun of them.
Right.
That's fly.
Yeah, but with it,
That's
but
fly.
okay, but
Look
with
at
is a
I
that.
cap.
like fly. That'll never go out of style.
Oh,
Fly.
I
That means
like
you're not
fly.
lying. That means
Huh?
no lie. You're
I
not
know, no,
lying.
no, but we
No
do no,
lie.
but it goes back to what we were talking about, sprung and infatuation. What is actually the use? When we think of a basic definition of the word cap. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So and now we just came back in full circle back to sprung.
Y'all didn't went full circle on it for real. For real, for real.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't went all the way around. Don't be rolling your eyes, Mr. John Timothy.
No, I was looking.
DJ means pick up
I'm looking
the
at
phone.
the.
I saw
I got
Song
the.
that. I
request
saw
My
that rolling
line.
clock
up.
is up there. I went.
Yeah, right.
I don't roll my eyes for
DJ
one.
means pick up
I'm
your
looking
phone.
at the
Song
clock.
request
What
line.
you over there talking
Ian,
about?
are you all right? Are you all right,
You
darling?
over there in your
Is it
own
work?
world?
Let me work. Yeah. It was very God for the reverse. Y'all listen to this old stuff. Y'all might as well.
Oh, wait,
Ain't
hold
nothing
on.
wrong with the old stuff.
Curtis
I do
Blower.
listen to the old stuff.
Ain't nothing
That's
wrong
the
with the old
problem.
stuff.
Let it go.
Which one we're listening? So tell me, when was the last time you listen to Marvin Gaye or Maze or anybody?
Yeah, May.
The
I'm
last
something
thing
to
I
put on
listened
the only
to
time
was
of day, anytime.
who's I listening to? I was listening to rap with my kids yesterday. And they was all three of the little boys was rapping the same song. And I was like, man. I said, ooh, wow, okay.
Rap is
It,
yeah,
it was
rap is something else.
it was like Young NBA or something like that. That's what I was listening to. I ain't
Okay.
listening to Teddy Pendergrass and no, I'm not listening to that. I'm not listening to Al Green. I know the songs, but I'm not listening to that because I don't want to be using that language around my kid and confusing them.
What language?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
What language, Ben?
It's deaf. It's fresh.
Wait, Teddy
That's
Pendergrass?
Jiggy. We got
Teddy
Jiggy with it.
Pendergrass?
We got
Jiggy is
Jiggy.
old.
What?
What are you
Getting
talking
jiggy with
about?
it is 1997. Will Smith, Big Willie style. What you talking about? That's
He
old.
said he don't want to be confused.
That's old. I don't want to be saying that to my kids. Be on the
Oh, yeah.
Facebook live.
Okay, that's
What you
something
want
else.
to
live
say?
saying
Okay,
something crazy.
Ben. So what you want to say to your kids? What terminology now?
I use the terminology that we communicate. Usually I try to stay away from
Wait.
a whole bunch of that, but some of that says, like you said, no cap. Yeah, that's what's up. Things of that nature. I keep it easy. I'm not throwing in these words where it's confusing them.
How is the old music confusing the kids now? Like when you said Teddy
Oh, music.
Pendergrass, when you
I
said
said the
Tenny
language, the
Pad,
lingo.
I know when you said Tenny Pendergrass or Marvin Gaye and them and that type of language, how is that language confusing or lingo different?
Okay. For instance, look at this. All right. So I was like you may say what are they called? I forget what they when you saying something to yourself that makes you feel great. So I was repeating Bone Crusher. I ain't never scared. I ain't never. My son is like, what is this? He's like, what are you saying, Dad? And then so I told him, hey, put in there and turn on Bone Crusher. And then he listened. He's like, I don't even know what this is. I never heard anything like this before. And I'm trying to get him to listen to the lyrics. And he's like, I can't. And I'm like, dude, 20 years ago, Bone Crusher, that song was popular. It was hitting. I ain't never scared. And this side of the time, you can say that to yourself. But they not going to say nothing like that. They going to have another vernacular for that. That's what I'm talking about. They so far away from certain things, they don't even know what you're talking about.
But saying I ain't ever scared is a basic term. Saying I ain't scared of nothing.
Yeah, but I was putting the other words in there.
No, he was talking about popping the trunk, and it was turn up on pop the trunk.
And the little B word, and I was my seat bouncing a little bit.
But people still talk about popping trunks.
Yeah, but in a different way. Different way. Yeah, they're popping the trunk too much out here in Oakland.
But I think it's okay to it's okay to expose them to some stuff, some things that used to be in your era or even your people's era before you, just to enlighten them that it hasn't always been one. That things evolve. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's just letting them know that there is a difference, and even old school music and verbiage can be a beautiful thing. There's some youngsters now that love old school.
My baby do.
Love it. It's surprising.
They're sampling old school music right now and putting it in the new school music because there's no originality anymore, for real. It wasn't really a lot of originality in the 90s either. But it's especially true today because they're resampling a sample. And it's like, come on now, like we need to come up with some new stuff, but people are scared to come up with something new. Mm-hmm. So they're recycling what has already been done.
They're trying to get likes and views, man.
Yeah, but the originality, like you say, JJ, was them taking them samples and putting it together in the way they placed it. That's what we used to do, yeah. And they don't, and so they don't do that a lot. You're right, JJ. That was, taking that music and creating their own, beats together from all their samples. And now they taking the samples, I was listening to one song, it's a new song, and I thought it was gonna be like a I was like, like this an older song.
You like the Aaron Sherman? You still like that with Just Like Music?
They played the whole thing. I was like, wow.
They mixed it in.
Because they played the whole background, the whole music.
Because they can use it on TikTok. They don't have to use it.
No, this is an artist. Dude, this is an artist.
But they can use it on TikTok. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have to use it and make a record with it. They can use it on TikTok.
You're missing what I'm saying. They used it and made a record. They, like JJ was saying, some of them get so lazy that they rather pay the licensing fee to use the music and just rap over it. A lot of them are a lot of this music.
It's not lazy. You're using something, you're using a sample of something that people have heard before that it's going to end up being successful because people already liked it.
So in other words, it's not your music they like the music of someone else.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And
exactly. So you're lazy. So the musician should be more. The musician should be more.
They're not musicians. They don't make the music. Most of them that.
No, you have. No,
They
you
don't
have
make the music.
producers. They have producers.
Yeah,
Producers
yeah.
putting
They
together.
don't
I
all
work
make
with,
the music.
I can't say his name. He's a well-known producer, and he's in the Bay. And he makes the music. You can write your
Okay.
songs. He
Okay.
makes the music. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is, they start this sampling always been around, but when you take somebody's whole, that's like say taking uh Ice Cube, you know, or they're taking a song. Don't call it a comeback, and you take all
Mm-hmm.
that music in the background. All you did was put your lyrics on top of it.
Yeah. And that's what they
Mhm.
doing. Just like they used to do the mixtape.
Lazy.
Remember about 20 years ago? No,
But
they did a whole mixtape like that. They would just rap over somebody else's beats. What are you talking about? That's not lazy. That's what they've been doing.
I don't know about no mixtapes like
What
that.
you
I
talking
know
about? 50
mixtapes
Cent
of
used to
cats.
do that.
I know cats. I
A
know cats in the Bay that was
whole bunch
putting
of
their
people used
own
to do
beats
what they call a
together.
mixtape.
Well,
You
I
talking
know
about
I have a producer that produces my beats, but you
yeah,
can't
but
just
they
go
used to do
over other
mixtapes.
people's music
You
like that.
can't
You
go.
get
You
yourself in
got.
trouble.
That's
All
right.
them do
Right.
mixtapes.
You got to get a
You'll get
license
yourself in a
release.
whole bunch of
That's
trouble
true.
doing that. So
That's right.
That's true.
We just had a recent thing behind that. I don't know if it was CeeLo Brown, CeeLo Green, or somebody. Somebody
It
used just
was
this one
Hammer.
part. Who was it, Garrett?
MC Hammer.
MC Hammer.
Mhm.
okay.
All it takes is a section. All it takes is
Uh-huh.
a section.
You don't need much.
Yeah.
You can't go
You
over
don't need.
nobody
You can't.
else's stuff.
You
7
can't.
seconds or more is that's
But
the
these
first
people,
7 seconds.
they're paying the money for the licensings to use that stuff.
But that's when
It's
they trying to make money off of it. When they
off
make a
somebody
mixtape,
else's
they not
music.
making. They trying to make clout off a mixtape. They're not trying to make money off of it. They trying to get eyes to listen to their lyrics. They not
No,
trying to make a bag off of
Ben,
it.
these are known rappers now with their own CDs and records.
I
They're not
understand
trying
that,
to get out there.
but
They just set up there and they took somebody's music and they
what you
rap.
mean? They putting themselves out for it's
Megan
like
Thee
for
But you
Stallion
can't
free.
rap over
is a
nobody else's
perfect
music
example.
Yes, they
without having the
can.
rights to
Cardi
do
B,
so.
Nicki
They-
If you're
Minaj.
not
A lot of those,
getting
a lot of
paid
those
for it, you
artists.
can.
But these people are getting paid, Ben. They're getting paid. They pay
They're
for
not
the
getting paid for
licensing.
that project.
Yes,
If
they
they get
are,
paid for that
Ben.
project, they gotta pay out
I'm gonna
for it.
give you the music. I'm gonna give you the music, and you tell me they not getting paid. I'm gonna get it for you. Y'all
Okay.
remember? I'm gonna get it for you, and you tell me they're not getting paid.
If they
And
get paid, they gotta get it cleared.
that's what
If
I
they
just
not getting
said.
paid, they
You
don't.
can't even
I
play
just
it on
said
the
that. I
line.
just said they pay for the
Transfer.
licensing to be able to use the music, and
Yeah,
they
if they
use
trying to
other
get
music.
paid off of it. If they not,
Okay.
if they just putting it out there on the online, they don't have to get a clear for that.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
we're
these
not.
dudes used to make these mixtapes.
But we're not talking about TikTok. We're not talking about that. We're talking about production, CD production, music that we get. There are artists who are paying for
Here
licensing,
you
and
go
they
with
are.
that old stuff. When the last time you
What
seen
are you
a
That
talking
ain't
CD?
about?
old. That's not
No,
old.
What are
we're
you
using
talking
music as
about?
an example because now everything has moved to streaming, so we don't have a
That's
language
right.
to
Nobody
talk
making no
about what an
CD no
album
more.
is. No,
What?
we don't have a
What?
language.
They
We
what?
still call them albums. We
CDs.
still call them albums, and actually, CDs are still being sold today.
They
But
are being produced
still
still,
being
sir. What are you
Man,
talking about?
ain't nobody selling no million CD. They don't.
I
Where you
didn't say
buy
nothing.
CD
Wait, you
at?
add
that's
don't add a
true.
million. Don't say a million
Where you
CDs.
buy a CD at?
People
They're not,
still
but they're
say
still
these.
pressing CDs.
People
Where
are
you
still
buy
buying
a
them.
CD
Even with
at?
my single I just put out, I've had people ask me, Donna, are you gonna get it in CD form? I got digital
Of
download
course, and
cards.
because they your age.
Some people they not my age.
No, that's not true either.
They want CDs. Some people want the actual
Look,
CD.
I still burn CDs. I got a
Yeah.
CD burner right
It
now.
depends on what
Hey, who you selling them to? You go to the local store and sell them?
they.
I'm not
I take
selling them.
CDs to all events I go
I'm not
to,
selling them.
and that's how I network. And I take them with me. They in my trunk, just like Too Short.
What the hell are you playing? What are they playing them on?
I got a CD
People
player in
want
my
that
car.
CD player in my car.
I got it. My car has a CD
You
combination,
have a
CD DVD
so
player.
the
It's the
so you have a
combination.
CD player in your car.
CD combination DVD playing my.
People
You
have
out the
it still on
loop.
their computers.
Dude,
What are you
I'm
talking
not
about,
out the
dude?
loop. I don't listen to no CD.
That's you. That's you.
I pull it off my phone and plug it right into my damn
But
radio.
that's you. They still sell
Everybody
CDs.
is not digital savvy either.
See,
Some
we
people
just
don't
said
even know nothing about how to upload and
It's too
streaming.
bad for
Some
them.
people just like to keep it short, sweet, and easy. Put it in a CD player.
How you go short, sweet, and easy? You got CD player in your house. The only place you got one is in your car.
I got one in my house.
No, we got them in
You got
Look,
what? With your DVD player? You plug it into your DVD
I can
player?
play it in my DVD player, and I can have a
Yep, you sure can.
CD player.
So you gotta
See,
what do
I
you
got
call entertainment system? Is that what he used to
Show
call
him,
it?
JJ. Show him, JJ.
JJ
I
is a
still got me a
producer of
CD player
music.
right
I
here.
expect
Look,
him to do all that.
See? Look, I got me a disc changer right here.
If
See,
you
look.
go to the stores,
Where'd you get that at? You got that at the secondhand store, bro?
They still sell those.
I still got me a CD player.
Where you get that from? You got that from
You know they
the
still
flea market?
you know they still sell music
got
on
that
vinyl.
Sell those.
We can still,
You know they still sell
I
music
know
on
that.
vinyl.
You go
You
to
can
Amoebas.
No,
You in the back.
No, you can go. I seen what's her name? What's the girl name? I forgot it is. It's a vinyl they had, and it was on sale. It actually was $31 for the album.
Alicia Keys.
And they want I forgot the name of the girl. It was a recent CD. At Tower Records got them. Target sells CDs. Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble.
Yep, I use vinyl too. See, I got the Romeo Must Die soundtrack on vinyl.
That's right.
But that's old though.
JJ.
Is that new? You just bought that, or it's hella old?
It's brand new.
JJ had that.
Oh damn! Where you get that at?
DJs, a lot of DJs come there and everything.
Yep, this record is brand new. But I'm just letting you know, I'm a new school guy, but I still use old school stuff.
You got 1200. You got them techniques.
Not
the
yet.
Technique turntables. What you got for turntables?
That's what I had. I had Techniques.
I got a turntable though. Look, I'm telling you. I got me a nice turntable off Amazon though. See, look.
Oh, you did? That new?
Yeah, this brand new.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this
what
brand
does turntable cost now? $100?
Gareth,
I got that off Amazon, but I'm gonna give me a real turntable.
How much it cost now? Is it $100? Is it $100?
No, being on some other stuff right now.
JJ, is it 100 or is it less than 100?
You tripping.
It worked. It sounds good. That's all that matters.
No, I'm asking you, how much is the price now?
What we gonna get Ben for Christmas is a CD player.
No, I'm asking JJ,
a
what is the
Walkman.
price for a turntable?
Yeah, we gonna get him a Walkman so he can walk it out.
That one's $40.
Walk it out.
It was $40? We couldn't get a turntable for under $200, about $300, man, back when I was young.
Oh boy.
And them Techniques used to be like what, $1,200 each?
Hey, but
Techniques should be hella expensive.
You in the ring, my brother. You in the ring.
I'm just saying.
Oh, that stuff.
I'm just saying. I'm about to give me an 8-track player. Don't mess. I'm with all.
Now, where you get some 8-tracks at, player?
You get. Everything coming back. Everything. I got
snap.
Look, I got cassettes too. Let me show you.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I got cassettes. They about burned up though.
Remember these?
Wow.
Back in the day, I got a whole stack of them. I got a whole stack
check
of
this
them.
out.
Look, I ain't playing around.
Rihanna new release album coming out. Rihanna's new album release date is coming. I forgot what the date is.
You gonna get a CD of that?
They'll be available on CD.
As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to order some CDs for mine that came out. Look, you gotta have what you gotta have.
I got boxes of CDs right now. I got these, and I ain't touched the boxes in about 5 years. I don't listen to those CDs no more. I got VHS tapes. I got hell of them.
They're gonna be worth a lot of money. Best believe.
Yeah.
If you got any Disney ones in the cases, they're worth a lot of money. You better hold on to them.
If I got what? VHS tape?
Disney VHS are worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
They're worth
Let
thousands
me
of
tell
dollars.
you.
I got a whole bunch of them in my garage
CD.
too.
See, you better
I
hold
need
on
to
to
hold
them.
on to. I'm not gonna get rid of them either.
No, she said Disney. He didn't say a whole bunch of them. He just talking about the Disney
I
ones.
got some Disney ones too.
See,
Yeah,
Let
they
me
worth
tell
a lot
you.
of money.
Let me
they're
tell
worth a
you.
lot of money.
I sold 3 garbage can bags of VHSs. People still buy them. There's a place that buys them over in Marin.
That's why
VHSs,
VCRs are going up. You can,
For
if
how
you look
much?
at
A couple dollars
vinyl,
each?
CDs.
yeah,
Huh?
Was it a
No,
couple of dollars each or more than that?
yeah, no, you get it depends. Like if you got the covers, if you got the protective covers or whatever. But you get like a couple dollars for this one or a dollar, whatever. But the fact is, if there's a price on it, there's a market.
yep.
Yeah.
And VCRs are very expensive. They're range
This
from
stuff is
300
good.
to $800
What's
for a
that?
VCR now.
It's really good.
Damn, really?
You like it?
Yes. Go
Mm-hmm.
look on eBay. If you're trying to buy a brand new VCR,
Some
it's
are
gonna cost
watermelon.
you.
It has a nice flavor.
That's the one I gave you?
Yeah.
Still
What
got
y'all got
that?
some drink?
Okay.
I'm gonna have to try that one.
Okay. It's good.
It's a limited edition.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
sometimes certain times of the year, the
special.
season, they'll come out with, you know, I usually do peach, but this was a new try. But it really has. I've been drinking it with my.
That's Costco?
Huh?
That's from Costco?
I don't know if Costco have them or not.
Where you get it from?
It was a gift.
Oh.
And this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We had some fun. It's our time to end it, to chop it, we talked about everything, y'all. I hope you enjoyed
We
this.
talk.
I thought y'all funny. But I hope that you
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
a friend, join us again, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. You'll be notified whenever I go live talking about some grown folk juicy topics and our Sunday shows. I will be posting something to let you guys know if I'll be doing a show Sunday, which I probably will not. It'll probably be one day during the week instead, because I have a little surgical procedure coming up, and on Thursday, and I'm probably gonna be a little under the weather for a couple of days.
He likes seeing you high when you come on the show.
But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, by Sunday, I don't know. It depends on how many days I have to stay in the hospital. I believe I shouldn't have to stay but a day or two, if that long. But anyway, I want to tell you guys, I'm fine. I'm well. I'm gonna be back even stronger than ever. Look for me. Look for the message, look for the notification regarding next Sunday. I want to thank my panel. You guys are the bomb. You're the best. JJ, Ben, Gareth, John Timothy Mims. You guys are the bomb, and all of my viewing audience that participate. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of you so much. Ben, thanks for finding time tonight to come in here and slam.
Yeah, my class over for a little bit.
Okay. We appreciate y'all. See you next week.